Ungrateful Railcar. Daisy values her work on the Harwick branch line. She works hard all day long, both carrying passengers and hauling trucks. But there are times, however, where she yearns for more. She would always sit on sidings as she would watch the mainline engines zip by with their coaches all good straight. One afternoon, Daisy rolled into Kidman with an attitude.
What's got you all riled up?
I've been stuck doing the same jobs ever since I first arrived here.
And your point being?
Well, it wouldn't hurt if the Fat Controller gave me a change of scenery for once.
Oh, but you're complaining, young Daisy. We can now insert up Hat's timetable.
Oh, rubbish! It's only swapping 2 engines around. Simple as that.
That's not how it works, Daisy. Engines are given certain jobs because of their size and what they're capable of pulling with their strength.
She's right. Let's say you were pulling a heavy goods train, and I was pulling Annie and Clarabelle. And then let's say our jobs got swapped. You think I'd be able to pull a heavy goods train?
But you pulled the Express once.
Yeah, when I was triple-heading it with 2 other engines.
Ugh, anywho, I don't have time for this.
Someone ought to send her to school for stupid diesels. Daisy's mood did not improve at all. She whined and sulked wherever she went. Much to the annoyance of the little western engines, whenever she had the chance to, she would confide in the bigger engines for validation.
And that's what I'm saying, but no one ever listens to me.
Some things said, however, couldn't be kept quiet forever. Soon enough, a certain purple tank engine was told about it.
I think you got it wrong, Donald. Daisy wouldn't complain about that.
Ugh, talking to you is pointless.
Daisy? Complaining about her work? She hasn't done that in years.
Later that night, Ryan found Daisy in her shed.
Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Daisy. Hey, so, one of the twins brought up something earlier.
Oh, do tell. I enjoy some good drama before my beauty sleep.
Well, he said you've been complaining about the jobs you've been given recently. Is that really true?
Daisy's reaction confirmed Ryan's suspicions.
I've been stuck on the same branch line that I've lost count of the number of years. It wouldn't hurt for a small change of scenery.
Now, Daisy, you know what the Fat Controller would say if you made such a request?
Tish tosh! I am a unique diesel rail car. As an engine that is different from most, I deserve to be in different locations.
Or maybe if you could just accept the jobs you're given like a really useful engine. I don't know why you keep getting all these ideas.
That's not for you to decide.
Arguing with Daisy proved pointless, as Ryan said no more for the rest of the night. Early the next morning, Daisy went to the yard to gather some old tankers and coal trucks. The trucks and tankers were old and covered with filth.
Ugh! Do the workmen really expect me to pull these?
Pull your wheat trucks and stop your complaining!
Oh yeah, that's so kind of you. Go scrap yourself now!
She crossly backed onto the train.
No tricks from any of you buffoons today.
The trucks didn't make the situation any better. They bumped and pushed Daisy relentlessly.
Uh-oh! Looks like Daisy is in a bad mood.
She's no Daisy. She's a thorn bush.
A bush covered in smelly diesel fuel.
Shut up back there!
You're gonna regret doing that.
As if! I'm too big to be thrown off the rails.
Daisy pulled into the quarry, still fuming at the trucks.
You good, Daisy?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay then.
Thomas puffed quietly out of the quarry and went to find Ryan.
Seriously? Again?
I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on with her. She's usually never like this.
Ugh, this is really starting to get on my nerves. She believes that she isn't getting better jobs on this railway and is making a whole fuss about it.
You've gotta be... Ugh. She really knows how to make others mad.
I'll have another word with her today.
Later that day, Daisy was venting to Donald and Emily to seemingly no end.
Like, am I really asking for a lot?
Yes. Yes, yeah.
You seriously need to stop making a big deal about it.
I am not making a big deal.
Then if you really aren't making a big deal, then quit it! I'm starting to get stinking tired of hearing you complaining every single day!
Daisy had heard enough.
You are all wrong and delusional. I'm an engine of class and I deserve much more than what I got. Good day!
I say.
Don't worry. I know someone who to speak to.
Sir Topham Hatt?
No. Young Ryan.
Donald told Douglas everything, and then Douglas passed the information to Ryan. I think it's time you finally knock some sense into that young diesel. Ryan was furious.
That does it!
Daisy was resting at Harwick Station, gazing at the sun that had just begun to set.
Why must life be so difficult?
She was interrupted mid-thought when...
Daisy, the diesel railcar!
What now, boy? Can't you leave a lady in peace?
What did you say to the others earlier?
I was just voicing my thoughts. I shan't repeat myself again.
Ryan pumped fiercely into Daisy.
Ow! What gives?
Shut up and listen carefully! Do you have any idea why you're even here? Do you know how lucky you are to even be here right now? You're here because you were given a chance, an opportunity, and you're wasting it. This is an island where engines are given a task and they do it without question, no matter how large or small it is, in exchange for their safety and good well-being. But you don't deserve all of that if you can't do one small job. Do you want to know why that's such a big deal? It's because every engine that works on this island represents it. Sodor isn't just the island itself. We are the island. We define what makes this island great and we keep it thriving. There are engines who work to the breaking point every single day and not once do they ever complain about the work they do. It's because they know what it means to be an engine on the Fat Controller's railway, regardless of the task they're given. So tell me, Daisy, do you still believe you're not given a fair chance? Do you still believe that you have it hard?
Daisy looked behind Ryan and saw that the other engines had been there the whole time. They had heard and seen everything. So did the Fat Controller, who stepped forward. That was a very admirable speech, Ryan. Thank you. Now, if you could leave us for a short moment, I'd like to have a talk with Daisy. Alone. One by one, the engines began to leave silently.
Let's leave so you can cool off, Ryan.
Sir Topham had turned to Daisy, but instead of being angry, he gave her a smile. So, Daisy, is there anything you'd like to say? Daisy could barely muster up any words at all without her voice breaking.
No, sir, I don't.
Very well then. So I hear you feel as if you aren't given the changes that you desire on my railway. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now remember, Daisy, I only give you the jobs that you are given because it works best with my timetable. And you already know that I swap engines around when needed. Correct?
Right.
Good. But if you really are willing to do other jobs, then I suppose I will put you into consideration the next time I need to swap engines around. But for now, I'd think about your choices carefully. That is all. Goodbye, Daisy. And she did. The bond between Ryan and Daisy was unfortunately shattered. They rarely spoke to each other and wouldn't even choose to look at each other. But deep down, Ryan knew that Daisy's mind was finally where it needed to be. But I shan't say any more, everyone, for that will ruin the next story. Daisy! You needed elsewhere today.
Me, sir?
They're 2, they're 4, they're 6, they're 8, shunting trucks and hauling freight, red and green and brown and blue. They're the really useful crew, all with different jobs to do. Round Timothy's sheds are far away, going down hills and rounding bends. The Sodor engine. Thomas, he's cheeky and loads of fun. James, he thinks his paint will shine. Percy is the prankster here. Gordon, he thinks he knows it all. Emily really knows her stuff. Henry just wants to come along. Edward just wants to do his work. Toby, he is wise and old.
Let's go.
They're small, they're big, they're all useful. Pulling trains and rain or shine, narrow, miniature, and standard gauge. They're all really useful too, doing all their jobs all day. Round Timothy's sheds are far away, towards the station and over the bridge. The engines of Sodor, they're green, they're blue, they're red and gray, hauling goods and tourists too. Rexpert, Mike, Frank, and John too. They're small but strong, it's very true. Running up and down the fell, round Crovan's Gate and Scarlovey Road. Scarlo is their handle, Coldy too. The engines of Sodor.